We are at the entrance to the McIntyre Botanical Gardens, and there are some sassafras here. There's sassafras here, and there's sassafras right at the gate. Sassafras albidum. Sassafras albidum, the easiest Latin name you'll ever come across. The trees themselves are understory trees. Even when they're by themselves, they never get larger than 70 foot. The bark, which this is just a young tree, they do tend to come in groups, and there's actually at the bottom of this another sassafras beginning. They are wonderful bark. They have cinnamon inner bark and furrows and ridges. And when you actually scratch any of it, whether it's the bark or a stem, you will smell a wonderful lemony scent. They're very spicy, very aromatic. The bark was, they believe, the first export from the New World back to Europe, because the Native American Indians and the colonists used to boil the bark for a cure-all. We also know that root beer was made from the roots of the sassafras tree, along with things like perfumes and soaps, until the 60s, when they found out that saffroil, which is the oil, was carcinogenic. So they have taken all the carcinogens out of them, but they also, root beer started being made with artificial flavorings instead of the saffroil, the saffron root, the sassafras root. The leaves themselves come in 3 different shapes. We'll get some close-ups of these for you, but they're probably the first tree that you learn when you're growing up, because they have the famous mittens with the 2 lobes on the leaf. They're green both sides, the back side and the front side. They have beautiful veins that go up the lobes. They are not toothed, they are smooth margined. Here's one that's just no lobes at all. Then there's the mittens. And then there's the trident with the 3 lobes. These leaves, when dried and crushed, are used in Creole cooking. It's a filet seasoning. So trees used for many, many things. The fruits are wonderful little drupes. They look like berries, based on little showy flowers that come out early in the spring. The flowers themselves are yellow. There are male flowers and female flowers. You have to have both in order to have the fruits. Again, this tree is too young to know which one it is. Hasn't even flowered. It might next year. I think I see a flower coming in the middle. The yellowish, about 2 inches flowers. When the leaves come out, they start to droop. And when the fruit is made from that fertilized or pollinated flower, it is a dark blue berry that is held by a red cup and a red stem. So the flowers themselves droop once the leaves come on, and the berries that are formed are single berries that are held by a red cup and a red stem. Very beautiful, and again, lots of birds, animals love the berries. I read that bobwhite, which we don't have too many of here, are especially lovers of sassafras berries. This tree, we wish we had more of, but you can see that right at the beginning of the paved trail at McIntyre Botanical Gardens. Sassafras albidum.